are live in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the first ever home game, first ever SFL game, period, for the Las Vegas Fury as we come to you live from Silver State Stadium for Game 2 of preseason action. The Tulsa Desparados are in town, and it should be a great matchup here from Las Vegas. My name is Eric Benson. Got Scott Liberal on stats. Want to thank you guys for showing up tonight. We should have a great matchup here. Las Vegas, like I mentioned, one of the brand new teams here in the SFL. Plenty of talent on the rosters. We get a look there. Levant Irvine coming over from Sioux Falls. Great talent coming on the field. We're going to go to the coin toss here, and we'll go over that a little bit more.
Give us heads.
So Las Vegas gets the coin toss here. They will go ahead and receive. Tulsa is going to kick off. As I mentioned, plenty of talent on both of these rosters. Tulsa set and ready to go here. Arm is raised, and here we go here from Las Vegas. The Fury will receive it at about the 10-yard line, bring it up the field, and they'll get gang tackled down at about the 29-yard line. They'll mark him at the 30, give him a generous spot. And that is where rookie Thomas Rahman is going to come out and lead this Fury offense. I mentioned Levant Irvine coming over from Sioux Falls. He's got his buddy Robert Redford coming over as well. He will be in the backfield there, number 28. You see him. John Blades and Brett Funk, both rookies as well. They will be your wideouts for the Fury. 1st and 10. Hand off to Redford, and he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Great play right at the line, and he goes nowhere. It'll be 2nd and 10 there. Hill on the tackle. Going over this Tulsa defense. Lots of talent, returning a lot of guys on this defense here. Kyler Murray and Nate Heslip are your corners. Griffin Brown down in the trenches along with rookie Ghibli Doo. Espen Royale is your inside backer. Kanye Rockefeller and Charles Ball are your safeties. And what a hit there on Robert Redford. And guess who? That's Charles Ball laying the lumber in his 2nd SFL season with the Desperados. So we're coming up to 3rd and 8 now. Empty set, 4 wideouts. We'll see what Rahman wants to do under center. He will pass over to the left-hand side. That's caught, but it's going to be well short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th and 3. And Vegas will bring out the punting unit. Vegas also having 2 special teamers under contract. Punter Dustin McCrack is going to be punting the ball away here. And we'll see kicker Matt Rage later on, I'm sure. So a 4th and 3 now from the 36. 9:45 and counting left to go here in the first quarter of action. McCrack with a good first SFL punt. And it's going to be fielded right at the 25-yard line. Nifty little sidestep. And brings it out to about the 31. And that's where we'll get our first look, as Charles Ball has helped to his feet there. We'll get our first look at the Desperado offense, now led by former London Knights Michael Martin. He'll have Sonzo Robinson in the backfield. Former wideout moved back to his true position at running back, where he ran for 1,700 yards with the Baltimore Crabs in a couple seasons ago. He will get the handoff, and Robinson goes nowhere as Vegas mauls him behind the line, and it'll be a 2-yard loss on the play. Stephen Bush, Corey Jones, and Andre Godspeed, another London Knight, are your wideouts there for the Desperados. Over on defense, I mentioned Levant Irvine. Mike Johnson down there in the trenches at defensive tackle. Merrick Itera is your corner. We've got Anthony Wyo, Jack Burton, and Max Jackson, all 3 safeties. As Martin will pass a sidearm throw over the middle of the field. They're giving forward progress, 1st down, and that's Stephen Bush, the former Renegade, with his first catch of the ball game. It is a very dry, very hot 104 degrees here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So welcome out here. Glad you guys are somewhere maybe a little bit cooler, as that's a catch by Godspeed, and he gets dragged down at about the 47-yard line. 2nd and 4 upcoming. From the 47-yard line, Martin's going to line up under center this time. He's got 2 wideouts. Sonzo Robinson in the backfield. Robinson's going to get a handoff. Tons of penetration by that defensive line. Leads to a loss of about 3 or 4 on that play. Heck of a play there by Hartley Stone as he gets into the backfield. Unblocked, completely unblocked. Mike Johnson coming in there wrapping things up as well. Again, want to thank all you guys for coming out right now. Got 60 strong watching right now. Hopefully we'll get just as good a ball game as our first one, as Martin pocket collapsing, throws it over the right-hand side. He's got his man, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 out to the 41-yard line. And guess who it is? Corey freaking Jones, who, if you guys are new to the SFL, I called one of his games when he caught one of only 2 successful Hail Marys in SFL history. And that was what I called him when he caught the ball. Nifty little catch there, and a spin move kept himself in bounds. And he's going to be out to opposing territory, the Vegas 41. Heck of a crowd here in Sin City, as Martin's going to line up under center. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers towards the top of your screen. 4-3 defense for the Fury. Martin sidesteps, hit as he's thrown, and it falls incomplete. Great play by Johnson to get in the backfield there. Johnson coming over from the Tallahassee Pride. He's gotten plenty of pressure on quarterbacks. 14 sacks for a defensive tackle. That's completely unheard of. Going along with 42 tackles, 32 of them for loss. 2nd and 10 now for the Desperados. Martin, little check down over to the right-hand side. That's caught, only a gain of 1. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 9 on the play. I'll check who that was. Looking at the wrong roster here. Fullback Buffalo Marshall. That was who I was looking for. So 4 wideouts now, 1 back in the backfield. That's Robinson. Martin's going to throw on 3rd and 9. Got a man and dragged down before he can make the line to gain. What a heck of a play there by the Fury defense. And that's going to bring up 4th and 3. Yuri Boyka coming across there, a little pick play almost, just the way that the routes were lined up, and drags his man down before he could get that line. So it's going to end up being 4th and 3 from the 34. You see Max Jackson there. He's going to be back to receive this kick. Portland Weaver is the punter for Tulsa, as he gets it away, trying to get it in the corner over there. It falls out of bounds. Inside the 20, though, so out at the 12. And that's where Sin City's going to take over there. Thomas Rahman with his 2nd SFL possession. Once again, for anybody new, you were watching the SFL presented by APM Music. And this is completely controllerless. All users. eSport. As we get a look at the Las Vegas Fury, one of the brand new teams here on offense. Rahman going to throw it out to the right-hand side, and that's caught. Funk with the catch. He gets a 6-yard gain as he gets tackled, I believe, by Charles Ball on that play. Normally, you're going to see guys game plan for these teams. However, we're playing preseason. So these are completely generic playbooks, just regular old stuff. Nothing, don't want to tip the cap or give anything away here in the preseason. Just guys getting out there and hitting somebody else other than their own jersey. Is what a throw there by the rookie, Thomas Rahman. out to the 38-yard line of Vegas. That's a heck of a play, a 20-yard gain. And Raymond Tango gets his first big catch of the game. Redford with only 2 yards rushing so far, but Thomas Rahman 3 for 3 so far, 30 yards. And that big one right there as they line up for 1st and 10. Handoff to Redford. Dancing around the pile, sidesteps, going to break a tackle that gets dragged down from behind. Charles Ball in there once again, but that was a heck of a gain of 7 there on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 3 as Redford talking a little trash. Definitely a beautiful stadium here, and beautiful uniforms there by Las Vegas as well. Handoff again to Redford, sneaking through the line, only gets 2, but that'll set up a 3rd and manageable there from the 47. Espen Royale getting in there on the stop. And folks, you want to talk about stacked. This defense for Tulsa is just absolutely stacked. Just insane. They've got all of their returning starters, basically, bringing over a couple other guys, including Kanye Rockefeller from Chicago, one of the bigger names in SFL, as Rahman goes down, unable to get anything going, and that was Ball coming in on the blitz. Rahman forced to fall to the turf. And it's going to be 4th and 3 from the 45. As they will line up to punt. Mighty RX is right. 23.5 is the record, and Big Sexy Alex Dominguez is a defensive tackle. I was more saying it's just uncommon. Big Sexy is an animal, of course. So Ball gets the reception there of the punt. He'll bring that out to the 22-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Tulsa coming up here. 3:35 left to go in the opening quarter of play. Still no score. Tulsa with their 2nd possession of the ball game. Handoff to Robinson. Robinson still no luck going through the line there, as the linebacking core of the Fury make a stop right there. It'll be a loss of 2. Warsaw in there on the stop. Both running backs not getting a ton of yards here to start things off. Robinson, negative yardage so far, as Martin throws another pass. That one's going to be caught. It'll be a gain of about 5. Be out to 3rd and 8 from the 25. Bush on the reception once again. And it's 3rd and 8. Crowd on their feet here in Sin City. Even though it's only preseason, these fans are ready for some football. Martin takes the snap. Has time over the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Levon Irvine was definitely in the area. Thought he could have gotten a pick. But instead, it'll fall harmlessly to the turf. Godspeed, the intended receiver. And we'll get another punt here from Tulsa. 4th and 8 upcoming. Another punt coming from Weaver. Good snap, kick away. Fielded at about the 40-yard line, tries to spin out of it, and he will be stopped right there. Max Jackson on the return, only gets a couple. It'll end up being 1st and 10 from the 42, still decent field position. .235 left to go here in the first quarter. Once again, my name is Eric Vinson. Doing the play-by-play commentary for you today. Second game of the doubleheader of preseason action. Pass by Rahman over to the right-hand side. That caught by Funk. I think that's his second catch of the ball game. Out to the 48-yard line, gain of 6. Second and 4 now from the 48. Screen pass over to, that's not Redford, that's definitely one of the other backs there. Over to the 44-yard line, and that little swing pass is definitely popular here in SFL playbooks. Fullback Malcolm Crow with the snag there, and he's able to get a first down. Kanye Rockefeller in there on the stop. So 1st and 10 upcoming for the Hometown Fury. As we get a look at Robert Redford there strolling up to the line. He'll be at the back of that I formation. Rahman under center, 2 wideouts. Rahman to pass once again. He's going to swing it out to his fullback once again. Plenty of room, 6 or 7 yards on that play as well. And another good play call there for the Fury as they bring it out to the 37. Clock stop momentarily at 1:46. Once again, going to come out with an I formation here, 2nd and 3. Rahman hand off to Redford. Redford squeaking his way through, and that's going to be a first down for the Fury as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Line of scrimmage going to be at the 33-yard line of the Desperados. Rahman 6 for 6, 50 yards. No touchdowns yet. Hand off to Redford. Redford squeaking through, gets maybe a yard. Defensive line was not having any of that. Charles Ball was in the vicinity as well. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Offset I formation, 2 wideouts. Rahman takes the snap. Deep drop, deep pass over the middle of the field. Caught! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Funk! And the Las Vegas Fury have their first touchdown of their SFL franchise as the crowd going bananas here in Sin City. What a pass by the rookie, Thomas Rahman. Hanging back there, throwing it over the middle of the field, and Funk able to shake off Rockefeller on his way to the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. So as I mentioned, we would probably see Matt Rage coming in, the contract kicker for the Las Vegas Fury, as he will line up to kick his first extra point. And it is straight and true. 7-0 ball game here in Las Vegas over the visiting Desperados. We'll pause for just a moment for our sponsors. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music.
Ball League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
And we are hashtag loading legends here at the SFL. I want to thank you guys for coming out today. Harry Vincent on the call for you. 1st and 10, and oh boy, did he get destroyed. Sonzo Robinson has been having a rough go of it today as Mike Johnson makes his way into the backfield again. And we saw a lot of that when he was down south in Tallahassee. Boy, what a play by the big defensive tackle. And Robinson has not even gotten any sort of positive yardage on the board today. So 2nd and 13 upcoming. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter of action. Got a good ball game coming up here, folks. 7-0. Vegas on top. But Tulsa's got the ball. We'll see what they do with it here as we line up for 2nd and 13 after switching sides of the field. Hunter Jones in the chat putting in nicely. Congrats to Thomas Rahman and Brett Funk on their first touchdowns here in the SFL. Michael Martin going to get mauled in the backfield, and guess who? Mike Johnson once again getting into the backfield. His first sack of the ball game and first as a member of the Fury. So now a 3rd and forever for the Desperados, as Tulsa very wisely comes out in an empty set. Martin under center. He's going to throw. Hit as he's thrown over the middle of the field, and that's somehow caught for a first down. Unbelievable catch. We will have to see a replay here as Stephen Bush holds on to the ball in double coverage, and that was not a great pass as Martin was hit as he's thrown, crunched as he's cut the ball. Man, what a great play by Bush as he's able to keep his team's drive alive. Out to the 42-yard line of Tulsa, 1st and 10. Offset eye, handoff to Robinson, who got room up the middle for the first time in this ball game. 8-yard gain out to about midfield. And maybe Tulsa finally has some momentum clicking here. We'll see what they can do with 2nd and 2 upcoming. Handoff again to Robinson. Robinson trying to make it out of the backfield. This defensive front for the Fury has been all over the field. Great play by the defensive line to get in there for yet another stop behind the line. So it's going to be a loss of 2, 3rd and 4 coming up now. And we'll see what Tulsa wants to do. Offset I formation. Martin's going to take a short drop. Has time. Middle of the field, and that's caught and dropped. One of the backup wide receivers coming in there, Danderson, just couldn't make the catch. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and Weaver's going to come out for another punt. Max Jackson's going to be back to receive it. Although we'll see if Weaver just wants to kind of kill it in the corner. Oh, and it's a long snap and a fumble. Who's going to get there first? The punter has it. It's bobbled. And then the Fury finally fall on top of it. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. What a bananas play. I can't believe we're not going to get a replay of that. I'm still trying to catch my breath from that. Completely unexpected as the long snapper just sails it over Weaver's head. And this sets up Las Vegas nicely with a 1st and goal. Rahman, deep drop over the middle of the field. That's caught. 7-yard gain will bring him out to the 3-yard line, excuse me. 2nd and goal upcoming as Tango gets another catch. Thomas Rahman still perfect on the night. 8 for 8 and a touchdown under his belt. As he'll line up under center again, going to throw one more time. Throws it over to the end zone in his first incompletion of the ball game. Great play out there on the corner by Heslip. And it's going to be 3rd and goal upcoming from the 3. Third and goal, 8:21 left to go in the ball game. High formation. Rahman barking out orders at the line of scrimmage. He'll take it under center, tosses it over to Redford. Redford dances in the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. You get a look at the awesome stadium here in Sin City. Absolutely gorgeous, and that was a gorgeous run by Redford. The quick pitch and a great block there by the fullback, able to kind of disrupt it just a little bit and enough for Redford to get into the end zone. Redford hoping to build on his success in Sioux Falls last year, where he ran for 870 yards and 7 touchdowns. Rage with the extra point. Snap is good, up and away, and through. 14-0 now for Vegas. And it's not a blowout yet. Just give it some time. There's plenty of time left. As Rage is checking the football, teeing it up. Be sure to check out the ScoreStream app, available on both iPhone and Android. It is the official app of the SFL. Be sure to check out all of our teams on that app. 14-0 is our score early on, second quarter. Charles Ball trying to bring it up the field. Beats a wall of defenders, and he'll go down at about the 28-yard line. 8:14 left to go in the first half. Tulsa having a little bit of trouble getting some momentum going. Finally got some on that last drive. And we'll see if they can kind of build upon that more. Maybe finally get Sonzo Robinson going offensively. Martin's going to throw to start with. Steps up in the pocket. Checks it down to his tight end, I believe. And that's going to be a gain of 5. And that's a good positive play there by your quarterback. Danderson out there actually held on to that one this time. Good news for Desperado fans. 2nd and 5 upcoming from the 33. I formation. Martin, short drop, steps up. He's going to get sacked. Only about a loss of 1 or 2. But there's big Mike Johnson coming in there once again. His second sack of the ball game. 3rd and 6 upcoming now for Tulsa. Martin's going to have 3 wideouts. He's under center. Robinson in the backfield. Martin to throw again. Over the middle of the field. It's juggled and dropped. Corey Jones in the middle of the field. Normally the sure-handed slot receiver. Makes a mental error, and that'll fall to the turf. 4th and 6 upcoming. Weaver to punt. Max Jackson back there to return. And in case you missed it, the second touchdown for the Fury was set up by a bad snap by the Tulsa lawn snapper. We'll see if this one is a good one. Right on target this time, and Weaver is able to get it away. Jackson fields it at the 30. He'll only get about 3 before he's dragged down. And we'll see what Vegas can do now on offense once again. As I mentioned, working with a short field. The pass time around. A little bit of a lengthier drive to go this time around, starting from the 33-yard line. 7:04 left to go in the first half. Rahman under center. He will pass, zings it over to the right-hand side. One-handed grab. Good for about a gain of a yard. Good coverage out there on the right-hand side. Kyler Murray out there on the coverage. And it'll be 2nd and 9 coming up for the Fury. Charles Ball wants a turnover. We'll see if he can make it happen. He had 8 picks himself last season as a member of this Desperado defense. Rahman not seeing something he doesn't like. Changing things up. He will take a short drop again. Blitz coming, gets it away. And Funk, who already has a touchdown under his belt, along with 47 extra yards. He will make that catch. Gain of few more, 4 or 5. They'll mark him at the 38. 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Fury. So 3 wideouts now for Rahman. Offset eye. Rahman to throw. Checks it down to Redford. Redford, couple defenders out there. He's not going to make it. Great play out there from the corner. And Murray able to make the stop along with a couple of his mates. He'll get dragged down at the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th and 2, and that's what Tulsa was looking for, hoping to get back in this ball game.
Oh yeah, punter, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
Another punt coming from McRack. This one off to the side, able to get it down. Punt is away. Ball fields it at about the 20. Sidesteps a defender, makes it out to about the 25. And we will pause for a moment from our SFL sponsors. You're watching the SFL, brought to you by APM Music.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
As that ball was tipped up in the air, unable to be brought down. And Danderson having a little bit of trouble holding on to things in this game. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. That's his 2nd drop pass of the afternoon. And if you are interested in joining the broadcast crew, please reach out to Mike Daggs on Discord. He is our new director of broadcasting, doing a great job. And again, want to thank Scott LaRue for manning the stats column tonight. Definitely very helpful for me. As we're taking a look at 2nd and 10, Martin to throw, and a couple wide receivers in the same area. Not sure if they were running the same route tree or what's going on, but I think it was intended for Bush. The pass falls incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 25. Orsonzo Robinson not able to get things going, but we'll see what happens here as Martin throws the ball over the middle of the field, and it's going to be well short of the 1st down. Bush again in there on the catch. Similar numbers to his counterpart, Brett Funk, over on the Fury. Only difference is that Las Vegas has a couple touchdowns on the board. Tulsa not able to get anything going here, and they'll have to punt once again. 4th and 4 from the 31. Weaver fields a good snap this time. And Max Jackson will field it just shy of the 30-yard line, or excuse me, just past the 30-yard line. He'll make it out to the 37. And we have just under 5 minutes to go in this first half of football. Coming to you live from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. As you're taking a look at one of the newest teams in the SFL, the Las Vegas Fury, hosting their first ever SFL home game. And the Tulsa Desparados playing visitor as they come in and make a vicious stop. That's Espen Royale coming in and showing his vim and vigor. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Once again, this is preseason, getting all the rust out of there, all the butterflies out of the stomach. Hitting someone with a different jersey for a change. 2nd and 10. Rahman to throw. Steps up. He's going to get sacked. Loss of about 5 as the pocket collapsed. And guess who? Charles Ball getting in there from his safety spot. We'll take a look at the replay as he comes around the back and is able to get him just as Rahman was about to check it down. Big hit by Ball there. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Rahman in the gun, 4 wideouts. He will throw, steps up, deep pass over the right-hand side, tipped and incomplete. Great coverage out there by the Tulsa defense. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and it's going to be 4th and 15. We'll see what Tulsa can do with the football once again. We get a look at Junior Stanley, one of the backup corners there. Playing primarily special teams, but getting in on the action right there, making a heck of a play. The crack once again with a punt. Fair catch called for by Charles Ball right at the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 31. And we'll get another Desperado offensive possession here. 1st and 10 coming up from the 31. Two wideouts, Sanzo Robinson in the backfield. Vegas loading up the box, anticipating run. Martin instead going to throw, falling back, making the catch. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. And that made by McIntosh, one of the backup tight ends for the Desperados. Good play. Bring up 2nd and 5 as we get a look at Big Mike Johnson, who's had a couple sacks to his credit today. Very interesting looking defensive setup for the Fury. Offset I formation for the Desperados. Martin to throw again. Hit as he's thrown in the middle of the field. There were 3 black jerseys right in the middle of that pass. And that'll fall incomplete. Third and 5 upcoming as Sin City is on their feet here. Martin changing things up at the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Robinson, who has not gotten forward at all this game. Still won't, as Levant Irvine is in there on the stop. Reinhardt in there with his help as well. And Tulsa is going to have to punt once again. So a 4th and 6 for Weaver. Kick away as we approach the 2-minute warning. Max Jackson will field it, spin move, and he'll make it out to the 31-yard line. (14-0) ball game. And we'll see what Thomas Rahman and company can do. A lot of rookies on this Vegas Fury squad, but a lot of guys coming over from separate ball clubs. I mentioned Redford and Irvine coming over from Sioux Falls, and there's Redford right there lowering the boom on Charles Ball. Making his way forward for a big first down, right as I'm saying his name. Got to get another look at that. Lowering the shoulder there. I apologize. That's Kanye Rockefeller, who normally levels the boom as well. So a 1st and 10 upcoming for the Fury from the 42-yard line. Mike Johnson coming over from the Pride. Merrick Itera coming over from the Sharks of San Francisco. As Redford refuses to go down, gets one more play in before the 2-minute warning. And that's where they'll blow it right there. A 7-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 3 upcoming at the other end of this 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Second and 3. Redford getting another carry. Plenty of room. Spins out to about the 45-yard line before he stood up by Rockefeller. Another quick run by the former Sparrow brings it out to the 45-yard line. Clock continues to tick away, approaching a minute and a half. 3 wideouts, Rahman to throw, pump fake, sidearm over the middle of the field, caught, spin move, out to the 28-yard line, excuse me. And a great play by John Blades, rookie wideout out there. Haven't really called his name much. Funk has been getting a lot of the targets there today. And we approach a minute left in the ball game here. Redford, another carry. He'll get about 5. They'll go no huddle here. From the 23, Rahman under center, offset eye. Another pass. This time he'll check it down to Redford. Redford trying to get his feet underneath him, gets a few yards, and he'll get dragged down at the 21-yard line. Vegas will burn their first timeout with 42 seconds left to go. The 2K Sports halftime show coming up here shortly, where we'll get some halftime highlights. Get all you guys caught up who are just joining us. As Rahman is going to throw once again over the middle of the field. That's caught. Dragged down at the 5-yard line, and that's Brett Funk once again. First and goal for the Fury, 30 seconds to go. Rahman, deep drop. Over to the left-hand side this time. Got a man wide open. That's Blades. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Fury are just firing on all cylinders as John Blades gets in on the action. We'll get a look at Thomas Rahman as the rookie quarterback just slinging it around out there. His stats are looking bananas for a rookie. 15 of 17, 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback rating through the roof at 138.73. And Blades with his first SFL touchdown. Want to congratulate him. Rage in there with his 3rd attempt at an extra point. Low snap, but it's up and away, through and good. 25 seconds left to go for Tulsa to get something on the board. So we'll see what happens here. Still plenty of time. Got another half of football to go. John Holmes II eager to call this a blowout. Definitely one-sided to start with, but we got plenty of time left as Rage is ready to go, and he'll boot it down to Charles Ball and company. Up the middle of the field following blockers, but he'll get dragged down at the 30. Only 4 seconds coming off the clock. And with 3 timeouts, we'll see if Tulsa just wants to lick their wounds and head in the locker room down 21. Seeing a lot of guys out there watching right now. Levant Mercer, John Bond, Ghibli Dew, Hunter Jones, Jason O, Robert Wright, TD, Samson Robinson. Want to just mention a few of you guys. SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine in the house, along with Andy Hamilton. And want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here, as Robinson's going to get another handoff. They're just going to run a little no huddle and drain the clock. Nope, they're going to call a timeout. A little bit unorthodox clock management there from the Desperados, but if you don't use them, you lose them. So with 3 seconds left to go, we'll see what Tulsa wants to do. As Michael Martin gets a talking to over on the sidelines from the 36-yard line. Offset I formation, 3 wideouts for Martin, who's going to pitch it over to Robinson this time, and again, he'll get gobbled in the backfield, and that is a fitting end to this first half, dominated by the Fury. 21-0 is our score here from Vegas. We'll get you to the 2K Sports halftime show here in just a second. We'll be back for the second half here in just a bit. And welcome back inside the broadcast booth here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Get a look at this beautiful new stadium that they've erected here for the Fury. Once again, my name is Eric Vinson. I am your play-by-play commentator, Scott LaRue, here on Stats. I want to thank you guys again for coming out and taking a look at today's preseason matchup between the Desperados and the Las Vegas Fury. 63 strong watching right now, as Vegas will go ahead and kick it off to start the second half. We'll see what Tulsa can do as Charles Ball trying to make something happen. Out to the 30-yard line. Decent kick return. And Tulsa, unfortunately, not a whole lot of offensive presence. Just couldn't get any sort of momentum going. Only 82 yards passing for Michael Martin. Poor Sonzo Robinson, -5 yards on 10 attempts. Which certainly isn't going to get the job done. But we'll see what happens here as Michael Martin takes over for his first second half possession over the middle of the field. That's incomplete. Good coverage there for the Fury, as Godspeed was the intended receiver. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. The Fury defense has been causing all sorts of problems. Mike Johnson in particular, as he's gotten a couple sacks to his credit in the ball game. Going to go with the same formation here for Tulsa, as Martin's going to throw again, this time over the middle of the field, and a catch. 9-yard gain as he's dragged down by Levant Irvine and company. Bush with the catch. 3rd and 1 upcoming, which is a lot more manageable for this Tulsa offense. However, as I mentioned, Sonzo Robinson not able to get anything going on the ground. Martin's going to throw, got a man, and that's going to be a first down. Godspeed with the catch. His second catch of the ball game as he gets his toes in bounds. 1st and 10 upcoming for the Desperados. Only one contracted corner for the Fury on defense, Merrick Itera, who is also their GM, coincidentally. But 3 safeties back there, 2 free safeties, Anthony Wyo and John Burton, the rookie, and Max Jackson, as another catch is made by the Tulsa Desperados, bringing it out to the 43-yard line. And that was a heck of a pass there by Martin as we get a look on the instant replay. Godspeed in the area. But one of the backups receivers able to bring it in. That's Marcel Miller as we get a look at him on the sideline. Martin to throw again. He's going to get sacked again, though. Vegas in there once again, and that defensive line has just been wrecking shop all day long. If it hasn't been Sonzo Robinson, it's been Michael Martin on his back. 2nd and 13 for the Desperados. Four wideouts for Martin, who is in the gun. Snap is taken. Quick pass over the middle of the field. Caught. 9-yard gain for Danderson. And he's out to the 36-yard line. Still making headway. Still a 3rd and manageable for the Desperados. .8:45 and counting left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Martin to throw. Swing pass to Robinson, who's not going to get there. The speedy Levant Irvine getting in there and making the stop. Only gain of a yard for Robinson. That'll be 4th and 3. We'll see if if Tulsa wants to attempt a long field goal. They will not. Weaver will come out for another punt. Jackson back there to receive. Had a snap zing over his head earlier in the ball game. This time, looks like they will not get it down before it hops into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll start things off at the 20-yard line. We've got a little bit of business to do here, so we'll pause for a moment. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast.
Catch on that play.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt Andy Hamilton's wonderful voice there, but what a catch. John Blades taking it all the way into the end zone. An 80-yard touchdown for the Fury. We'll get a look at this play once again here. Blown coverage as Blades just kind of runs right on past Kanye Rockefeller, and Murray unfortunately beat right at the line of scrimmage. Blades just taking an easy path into the end zone for his second touchdown of the ball game. Major Key already naming Thomas Rahman the GOAT. And maybe he should be after this performance here. While it's only preseason, he's definitely showing the crowd there at home why he was an SFL draft pick, as the kick by Rage is up and through. 28-0 now for the hometown Fury. And I gotta admit, this is not something I was anticipating seeing with the names that I see on the Tulsa defense. But I also was saying that they needed some rookie help, especially on offense. Sanzo Robinson being the only, Robert Redford being the only returner to SFL play. As Rage will boot it downfield, Charles Ball putting people on spin cycles, making it out to the 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Desperados again. Very one-dimensional on offense. When you can't get the run game going, you're forced to pass a little bit more often than you thought. And so that's the predicament that Michael Martin finds himself in as he strides up to the line of scrimmage. Under center, Robinson in the backfield. Robinson's going to get a handoff. Good blocking up in the front, and he's got a space. He could take it all the way, folks. The 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Sanzo Robinson, his first rushing touchdown since he was a Baltimore Crab. That was finally what Tulsa was trying to get done. And look at the big hefties leading the way. Great blocking up front by this Desperado offense. And Robinson just having an easy path to the end zone for the first touchdown of the Desperado season. Robinson, of course, a wideout last season for the Desperados, moving back to running back for this season after the retirement of Deion Hawkins. And boy, does he have some big shoes to fill. Definitely looking good there as Tulsa will bang through the extra point. Score Stream app update here from Vegas. 28-7 now, as the Fury still on top by 3 touchdowns, but Tulsa finally showing some life. Plenty of time left here. 7:36 left to go in the third quarter of action. Ball teed up, ready to go, and we'll see what the Fury wants to do on offense here as Max Jackson will field it inside his own 10-yard line, bringing it up the middle of the field, following blockers, and he's going to get dragged down at the 33-yard line. Charles Ball, I think, getting it right there. We need a stop and a touchdown, and it's a game again. I would tend to agree with that. They're going to focus on the stop part right now as this Tulsa defense gets lined up here. Offset I formation for Thomas Rahman and the Vegas Fury. Handoff, once again, Redford trying to do some dancing, gets out to the 36-yard line, 3-yard gain. Tulsa got a whole bunch of defensive weapons. As I've mentioned several different times during the course of this broadcast, Espen Royale and Kanye Rockefeller, just two names to mention there. Kanye Rockefeller coming over from the Wildcats defense last season. As Redford gets another handoff, but he'll get dragged down in the backfield. Great stop once again by the defense on this drive. That's Newton coming in, the backup linebacker. On with J. Bam Bam Cook. One of the defensive tackles that you see down there. And 3rd and 8 coming up. 3 bunch wide receivers towards the bottom of your screen there. Rahman is going to throw. Deep pass in the middle of the field. Tipped in. Incomplete. Espen Royale out there on coverage. The big linebacker showing his coverage skills as well, as he's able to knock it down, and McCrack is going to come out for another punt. So Tulsa getting the job done on defense. We'll see if they can get it done on offense now. Ball will receive this punt off the foot of McCrack. Low snap, punt is away. Ball will field it, returns it up the field, only for a gain of a few, as he gets dragged down at about the 30-yard line for Tulsa. Once again, preseason day 1 of SFL action. This is your second ball game of the day. As we saw the New Orleans Pharaohs and Alaska Storm do battle there in the eye up in Alaska. Great call there by Alvin Washington and Marikai Terra as Michael Martin is going to go down. Just took way too long there in the pocket. And Harley Stone getting in there with yet another sack. So that's 4 sacks for the defensive line here. 2 coming from Stone, 2 coming from Johnson. And that's not what Tulsa wanted to see here to start things off. 2nd and 15 coming up. Martin under center. He will pass. Steps up. Throws it on the run to Robinson, who's not able to stay in bounds for long. He'll get about a yard before they mark him out. I don't think that was how the play was designed, as Martin was not really setting his feet as he threw that ball. Good defensive pressure once again by the Fury. So we get a look at Sanzo Robinson there. Sidecar left to Michael Martin in the backfield. Shotgun formation, 4 wideouts. Martin takes the snap. Guns it over the middle of the field. That's a catch. And a great catch in coverage. Anthony Wyatt couldn't really play it better than that, but Andre Godspeed with the great catch. Actually, they're going to mark it incomplete. I thought he held on to it. I apologize, folks. I'm getting ahead of myself. I could have sworn he held on to that.
Let's go.
Man, oh man, that would have been a heck of a catch. But Tulsa's going to have to punt once again.
Let's lock the play, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Getting a look at the Jumbotron here, I'd see it finally hit the turf. Another high snap for Weaver. This time he's able to get it down as Jackson fields it, but he gets brought down immediately, at the 38-yard line. So Tulsa's defense begging for another stop here as we get a look at Rahman and Redford coming up to the line. Redford in the backfield. He'll get the pitch, and he'll get out to about the 40-yard line, just a gain of 1. Good defense there by Royale as he drags him down at the 40-yard line. 66 viewers watching right now on an SFL Nation, as the Las Vegas Fury are taking it to the visiting Desperados. 28-7 your score, but Redford gets dragged down in the backfield. Tulsa's defense showing a little bit of their teeth hoping to get the ball back and get back on the scoreboard after a long Sonzo Robinson touchdown. Get a look at Charles Ball there as he comes down in the defensive formation. 4 wideouts for the Fury. Rahman in the gun. He's going to throw again. Deep pass. Almost picked off. Kanye Rockefeller was trying to time that perfectly. Almost had a great interception. But it will fall harmlessly to the turf. 4th and 11. Scott LaRue, my stat man. Don't forget to like that. Don't forget to hit the like button. Definitely helps out the league. And again, want to thank you guys for coming out tonight and taking a look at preseason action. As McRack gets a punt off. Fielded at about the 25-yard line. Ball not going anywhere this time. As he gets dragged down at the 27. Ghibli, dude, what do you mean you like this? Why wouldn't you like this? I feel like there's plenty to like. What do you guys think? Plenty to like out there on the field, especially if you're a Fury fan. We'll see what Tulsa can do here. See maybe if they can add more points onto the board. Martin steps up. He's going to check it down. That defense quick to swarm around Sonzo Robinson. He's dragged down for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 upcoming from the 26. Defense sneaking up there. Robinson with a pitch play, and the defense read it the whole time. Sonzo Robinson with that long touchdown run is the only saving grace for his stat line today, as he's at 65 yards, but the majority of these runs have been stopped for no yardage or negative yardage. Vegas has come to play today for their home opener. And Martin's going to throw deep pass over the middle of the field. He's got a man. What a play out there by Bush. He's been quiet this second half, but he's finally sprung to life as Martin bombs him one right into the breadbasket. Just a great catch there. Again, great coverage by the defense. I think just a better route run by Bush as he sneaks past Wyo, who was out there on coverage. The Batman wondering where he can buy a Rahman Fury jersey. Well, Richards Printworks is the official SFL apparel company. And J.D. Richards, I believe, is working on some examples, excuse me, I was trying to find the word, of jerseys. I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong, but those will probably become available at some point in the SFL shop. You can find that online at simulationfl.net. And Robinson gets a screen pass. He makes it out to the 32-yard line. Good 8-yard gain there. 3rd and manageable upcoming for the Desperados. And Rahman has certainly come out to play today. 3rd and 1 from the 32. See what Tulsa can do here. Martin got Robinson, and he gets just enough out to the Fury 29. They are still driving, and the drive is still alive thanks to Sonzo. From the 29-yard line, we're going to get a fresh set of downs. 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Martin under center, delayed handoff, but Vegas read that the whole way. Robinson going nowhere, gets stopped behind the line, and that'll be a loss of about 3. 2nd and 13 upcoming for the Desperados. Offset I formation for Martin and company. Fury stacking the box. Martin's going to throw, and he's got a man. Bush once again, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Desperados. I could sing the Eagle song right now, but I don't want to bore you with my tone-deaf voice. What a great catch by Stephen Bush as Waya was over on the opposite side of the field in coverage and unable to come over and fight off Bush. So we will get another extra point try from Andrew Wheeler with 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Good snap, up and away, and that is good. We now have a 14-point ball game. Andy Hamilton said it, I said it. Way too much football left. Only a 2-touchdown lead, still another quarter of football left to go. Wheeler going to kick the ball away. Max Jackson going to field it. As he gets his return men ready, he's going to bring it up the middle of the field. So he might have had a hole, but stopped down right there at the 30. And the Vegas Fury are going to come out for another possession here, probably the last one of the third quarter. Throw over to the right-hand side. Blades unable to keep his feet in bounds. That's the first time he's been targeted today where he didn't come down with a catch. So 2nd and 10 upcoming from the 30-yard line. 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 3 wideouts. Pro set for Rahman. Rahman going to change something up here. 4 down lineman for Tulsa. They're going to zing it out to Redford, who only gets a gain of about maybe a yard. And it's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up here for Vegas. And I don't think we're going to get another play off. And you know what that means, folks. Get your 4s up, because we're heading into the fourth quarter. 28-14 Vegas. Tulsa trying to come up with another stop. And see if they can get more points on the scoreboard. The 11 minutes left to go. We'll see who comes out on top here in this preseason clash. Rahman to throw. 3rd and 9. Over the middle of the field. Wide open. And that's a catch and a first down. Definitely one of the backups there. Haven't seen him before, but he definitely comes out and makes his presence felt. Chris Knight with a big catch. One of the backups. And he just finding a middle of the zone right there, a hole in the zone, excuse me, that Tulsa was running. Big play out to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Fury. Pitch play over to Redford. Redford got some room over on the left-hand side, and he's going to get a first down before he's brought down by Rockefeller. Robert Redford with a big run. Good blocking out in front there. Rockefeller was really the only man to beat before Redford marched into the end zone once again. Already got 1 touchdown under his belt. 65 yards rushing. And Rahman will throw again. Deep pass. Corner played it wrong, and Bush, excuse me, not Bush, Funk has it. 4-letter names are going to get me all screwed up, and Funk brings it inside the 10, down to the 4. First and goal for the Fury. Just a misplay there by Tulsa. Heslip in there on the coverage, trying to get the tip. But it sails right over his head as we get a look at Funk on the sideline there, celebrating his huge catch. 9.5 minutes to go here. Redford stopped up the middle. Ball and Rye Allen there on the stop. Second and goal, loss of 2 on the play. Tulsa's got to get a stop here. Otherwise, this deficit might be just a little too much to climb out of. Rahman hands off to Redford. Stopped behind the line once again by Tulsa. Hill in there on the stop. So it'll be third and goal from the 7. Empty backfield for Rahman, in the gun for wideouts. Rahman to throw. Over to the right, got him in, touchdown! And that might do it here from Las Vegas. Even though there's 8.5 minutes left to go, Tulsa just not with enough offensive firepower to climb out of this deficit as Cobretti gets in there on the action. Rahman spreading it around to all of his wide receivers today. Good catch by Cobretti. And that'll be another score on the board there. Rage lining up for his extra point. And once again, guys, this is preseason. No game plans, no playbooks, nothing like that. This is just all very basic stuff. Don't want to tip the cap or anything. So be sure to stay tuned for week 1, which, oh, by the way, we will be broadcasting live from the SFL convention in Las Colinas, Texas. July 13th through the 15th, coming up pretty quick. Get your plane tickets, bus tickets, train tickets, whatever kind of tickets you got to get. Let's go. I want to see each and every one of you there. As the Fury will kick it off. Good kick by Rage. And Ball will field it inside his own 10. Spinning out of one defender, but he's going to get dragged down by a couple more. We'll pause for some business here. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music. And ironically enough, that being a advertisement from last season, Mighty RX now the defending champion owner, as his Alaska Storm took the title last season in Season 10. Who's going to win it in Season 11? Will it be this expansion Las Vegas Fury? We will see as the season develops, as the Desperados are attempting to get back on the scoreboard here. Gain of about 1 on that screen pass by Robinson, talking a little smack over on the other side. So 3rd and 6 coming up here. 21-point deficit for the Desperados. Martin under center, offset I formation. He will pass once again. Deep pass towards the right and almost incomplete. Max Jackson in there with a great breakup. Heck of a play there as we get a look at it once again. thought he might have had a step for Bush. But Jackson reading it the whole way, able to stretch out an arm, and it falls incomplete. So 4th and 6, Weaver's going to line up for another punt. 7:17 frozen on the clock for now. Jackson back to return the punt. At about the 29, he'll get a gain of 3 out to the 32-yard line. And we'll see what the Fury want to do here as Thomas Rahman and company come out for yet another possession. All 3 rookies on this offense have been fantastic today, as Rahman has been throwing it all over the field, 20 of 25 for 275 yards and 4 touchdowns, as Redford dragging defenders out to the 36-yard line. We get a look at Charles Ball there, dragging him down. Blades and Funk both getting in the action, both over 100 yards. Funk with 1 touchdown, Blades with 2. And Robert Redford even getting some rushing action in there, 67 yards and a touchdown to his credit as well. So a well-balanced offensive plan here for the Fury, as they end up out at the 41-yard line, 3rd and 2 upcoming. If I can stop tripping over my words. Tulsa still with a little bit of time here, but they will need to step on the gas here and in a hurry. Rahman with the handoff to Redford, who gets the first down out to the 45-yard line. Another set of downs coming up for the Fury. So we get a look at Redford's stat line now. 75 yards on 23 carries. Another handoff to Redford. Fury just trying to chew some clock. Redford trying to get as much yardage as possible. This ball drags him down once again. So again, guys, we got that SFL convention coming up. A lot of people talking about it in the chat right now. Definitely want to see all of you guys out there July 13th through the 15th. It'll be at the Hilton Garden Inn, Las Colinas, Texas. For more information, be sure to check out our website, simulationfl.net. As Robert Redford getting another first down, and he has just been running all over this Desperado defense today. As we tick inside of 5 minutes left to go. From the 44-yard line of Tulsa, Rahman under center. High formation, Rahman to throw, sidesteps. He's not going to get away, though. Sacked once again. Espen Royale getting in there on the stop. 2nd and 16 upcoming as we get a look at Espen Royale. Coming right up the middle, unblocked. And a good defensive play call there by the Desperados. A nice and dry 105 here in Sin City. As we wind down daylight here. Vegas chewing out some clock as Redford, no, excuse me, that's going to be the backup. I believe they might have put the backups in the game to kind of wind down the game. No, Rahman is still in there, so it's just the backup running back giving Redford a breather. Simon Phoenix, that backup running back, by the way. 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Fury as we approach 3.5 minutes left to go in this contest. Handoff once again to Phoenix, who gets past the line of scrimmage, but he'll make it out to the 41 and no further. Only a gain of 3, so it'll be 4th and 7 upcoming for the Fury. So Tulsa is going to get the ball back. Not a ton of time left to kind of get any sort of momentum going. This game probably out of reach, but it is still preseason, so we want to get some reps in. McRacken there on the punt. Letting that play clock lead all the way down as he takes a low snap and boots it away. Charles Ball not going to field this one, and the Fury are not going to be able to keep it from going into the end zone. An impressive effort by Hawk. But alas, it will end up at the 20-yard line, and that's where Tulsa is going to take over with 2:36 left to go.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 from the 24, wideouts for the Desperados. Robinson in the backfield. Martin's going to throw. Got a man on the left-hand side. Knocked out of bounds. And that's another catch there. No, excuse me, that's Godspeed. I thought that was Bush. Godspeed been very, very quiet today. Normally putting up tons of numbers. 871 yards on 69 catches last season as a member of the London Knights. Snap from Martin. Martin's going to throw. Got a man on the right-hand side. This time it is Bush. And they're going to say that he made that catch out of bounds. So unfortunately, that will be an incompletion. 3rd and 2 upcoming. And Tulsa's going to challenge the play here. And I think this might be a good challenge as the Zebras are going to go ahead and take a look. I certainly initially thought that he got at least a foot in bounds. And I think he's in there, folks. We'll see what the head referee has to say, but I think that this is going to be ruled a catch. And it is, so Tulsa will not lose a timeout. And instead, they will mark it as a 1st down. We'll see where they want to spot it. Spot him at the 40-yard line. So a good catch and a good 1st down. 2:27 left to go in the ball game. Got more preseason action coming for you guys tomorrow. 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Dallas. The Lobos traveling to Carolina to take on the Skyhawks. Michael Trujillo will have the call along with Mark Lopez. Once again, that is tomorrow, July 2nd, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Michael Martin trying to get one in play before the 2-minute warning, and Danderson unfortunately not able to hold on to that one. That'll fall incomplete, and they will get one more play still with 2:08 frozen on the clock. Be sure to check out our full preseason slate this week on our website, simulationfl.net. Definitely had a ton of guys, great guys out here watching this tonight. As Martin is going to take the snap, throws it over the right-hand side, diving catch, and he's going to be tapped down right there. That's Corey Jones. As we reach the 2-minute warning here in Sin City. The hometown Fury definitely got this one in the bag at this point with a 21-point lead. From the 43-yard line of Vegas, Martin in the shotgun, Robinson to his left. Martin will throw, pump fakes, over the middle of the field, got a man. First down, dragged down at about the 20, and that's going to be a timeout. Godspeed quickly getting to his feet after making that great catch and burns one of the 3 timeouts that we've got. As we get another look here, as Godspeed just finds a quick hole in the defense. No one really giving him any sort of pressure on the line. Into the SFL red zone we go. 1st and 10 from the 19. Tulsa trying to get one more score up on the board. Four wide outs as Martin is under center. Robinson in the backfield. Martin short drop, will throw over the middle of the field, almost picked off. That probably should have been picked off. I think Trey Burton. That's in another league. Jack Burton, the rookie safety in there on the defense.
2nd and 10 from the Desparados, 19 yards.
2nd and 10 from the 19. 4 wide outs. No backs in the backfield for Martin, who will throw over the middle, short of first down, but he's going to drag defenders out to the 9. That'll be 1st and 10 coming up here. Miller, I think, was the one that got that grab. Martin to pass once again into the end zone. Touchdown. A garbage time touchdown for Bush. But again, this being preseason, want to get some reps in there. Want to see what you guys have under the hood. So another score there for Tulsa, as they line up for the extra point. Only 1:35 left to go. I would expect to see an onside kick here. Kick up and away and through. And we will pause for one more moment as we get a view from our sponsors here. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
It was almost a successful onside kick there from the Desperados, bobbling around there. Vegas unable to get their mitts on it. But alas, looks like they finally got it there, and that'll probably do it, as Rahman and company trying to burn out this clock. Tulsa with only one more timeout to use, as they used one right there. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go.
Second and 8.
14-point ball game here in Vegas. Offset I formation. Again, Rahman just trying to run things out here for the Fury as he pitches it over to Redford. Excuse me. And he'll get dragged down at the 42-yard line. Tulsa's going to burn their last timeout. And once again, want to thank you guys for coming out and checking out this SFL preseason battle here. Definitely got a good look from one of the newest franchises here, the Las Vegas Fury. As Redford gets another handoff, he's going to get pile drive right there in the middle of the field. 4th and 5 upcoming. And Tulsa will probably punt the ball, or excuse me, Vegas will probably punt the ball to Tulsa. As that clock continues to run dry.
Your Fury have selected the punt. Number 48 is deep to receive.
Oh yeah, this one's mine! This one's mine!
McRack once again in there to punt the ball away. Trying to kill this one over in the corner. Ball is going to let this one drop. And it is going to drop. Great bounce there as it falls out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And this is exactly what Max Jackson and company over there in the Vegas front office had in mind when they signed Dustin McGrack there as a punter. It is certainly not very popular in the SFL, but with kicks like that, you can certainly understand why they would sign him. Over the middle of the field, Martin with another catch. Corey Jones with the catch, Martin with the throw. Hurrying up to the line to spike the ball. 24 seconds left on the clock. Once again, plenty of preseason action left to come this week. So be sure to stand by for all of that. And then next week, we will have week 1 of the regular season. So be sure to check out all of that action as Martin is going to throw again into double coverage. Incomplete. Bush, the intended wide receiver. 20 seconds left to go. We get a look at Max Jackson out there at his safety spot. 4 wideouts coming to the line here for the Desperados for one of their final plays here. Martin sidesteps a defender, almost gets picked off. It'll get slapped down in the middle of the field. Another great defensive stop by the Fury defense as Boyka was in there. So 17 seconds left to go. Tulsa probably going to punt the football away. Actually, no, they're going to keep the offense out on the field. Again, preseason might as well get some extra reps as Martin is in the gun there with Robinson to his left-hand side. Martin to throw over to the right-hand side. Did he get his feet in bounds? I believe he did. No, he did not. They will call him out of bounds, and Vegas will take over. We get a look at the coverage by Van Allen. Bush just a little bit out of bounds, but he had the step on Van Allen there, the backup cornerback. So 12 seconds left to go, and we will see the Fury just run this one out. Victory formation. And that will be the final play of the ball game. The Las Vegas Fury, in their inaugural game, both at home and in the SFL, pull out a victory here in preseason day number 1. 14-point win over the Tulsa Desparados. Certainly not what we were expecting to see here today, but a great showing overall by both teams. Once again, with this being preseason action, we will definitely see more from these teams as time goes along. We'll get a look at the post-game show here brought to you by 2K Sports as they bring up the final game stats and highlights. I will leave you all to that. I want to thank all the people for coming out tonight. My name is Eric Vinson. For Scott LaRue and everyone down deep in the heart of Texas at SFL headquarters, good night from Las Vegas.